Keepers nervous, strikers, they'll deliver. Crowd roars erupted, you can feel the quake. 80,000 voices.
Chelsea fans, I know you know Cole Palmer is an absolute top tier talent for the club. And at the minute, he's the most important player, arguably, for Chelsea. So, but for me, I feel certain things are beginning to creep into his game. And I think he can learn from one of the greatest athletes ever in LeBron James. King James, as some call him. For me, he's the second best NBA player of all time, obviously behind the all-time great Michael Jordan. One thing I think Cole Palmer is beginning to creep into Cole Palmer's game. He's beginning to play like everything depends on him scoring the goals, as opposed to making the right play. And for me, that's one thing I think he should learn from a great, although not a footballing great, a basketball great like LeBron James. Because LeBron James always makes the right play, or at least most of the time he makes the right play. When it's time for him to score, to go to the rim, he goes. When it's time for him to set up a pass for someone, set up a layup for someone, he does it. When it's the right time, to shoot that 3-pointer, he does it. So I think the same thing should apply to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, when a player is in the right position, pass the ball. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Now, this is not saying he's not a good player. This is not saying he's not still an amazing talent. He is. But if he indeed wants to get to that next level, then he should begin to play, with his teammates, begin to be, to make the right plays, 90% of the time. Once again, because each time you try to give any sort of constructive, objective, critique or criticism of Cole Palmer, everyone goes, "Oh, you're criticizing Cole Palmer, you're being harsh." No, I'm not. He's still Chelsea's most important player. Going into tomorrow's game, versus Southampton, I'll still be looking at him to be the first name on the team sheet. No doubts about that. No if, buts, or maybes. But he must begin to make the right play, because in games this season he's cost us by not making the right play. Crystal Palace game, he didn't make the right play, lost the ball. Crystal Palace recycled the ball, and then that's how they got the equalizer. Same thing against Fulham, held the ball, rather laid the ball off to Corella, lost the ball. Fulham on the counter, they got their goal, and we all know how that game ended 2-1 to Fulham. Man City game, he tried to make pass, he didn't make a very good pass. There were times when you're seeing Pedro Neto attempting to make a run from deep. Cole Palmer took the ball and didn't make the right pass. It happened with Donny Madueke in those games as well. It's come to the point where someone must say this. It's time to learn from the King James, and begin to make the right play. And I hope from tomorrow's game versus Southampton, he starts playing in that light, because the likes of Zinedine Zidane, what made them great was not that they scored all the time or they made the assist all the time, but they were so influential to the game that they always made the right play, bringing their teammates in, creating assists for their teammates, and when they were in the right spots, they scored their goals. Players like Eden Hazard, same thing, always made the right play. Always made the right play. Dribble when he had to dribble. If someone was in a better position, he would lay the pass off for the person to score. And I think Cole Palmer should do that, because it will help in so many ways. Firstly, it would reduce the burden on Cole Palmer, the stress on him, and then it would open up space for him as well, because sometimes you lay that ball off and it opens up for you to make a secondary runs to get the ball, and then you can score. And like I said, Cole Palmer is a phenomenal player, still a very, very good player, and still very important for Chelsea. But someone must say this, he has to start making the right play. Play under Pochettino, he was making the right play more than he didn't. He was always making that right play. And then under Maresca now, second season almost feels like he's trying to do too much. I don't think this is coming from a bad place, but he feels like I'm the man, I'm the main man in this team. I want to show how impactful I can be. I want to show how influential I can be. So I must score that goal. I must be the one scoring that goal. I must be the one making that, direct assist, you know, which is not a bad thing entirely. But to get to the next level and for Chelsea indeed to get to where they want to get in terms of finishing Champions League spots this season, Cole Palmer will need to be at his best. And he will need to begin to play with his teammates better. That's my opinion. I wonder what you think. Maybe some people will be critical of this, but that's how it is. You have to begin to play with your teammates. Like when you look at LeBron James, over I think 6'9" or almost 7 feet. He can literally do everything on the pitch, on the court, so basketball court. Shoot the free throw, go to the basket, uh, um, dunks, everything. He can do everything that a basketball player is expected to do at an elite level and at a high clip. But he always chooses to make the right play. And that's one thing I want to see Cole Palmer do. I want to see him do it from tomorrow's game. And I think everyone will be happier in the end. He will be happier in the end. He will become a good player, a better player for it in the end, because that's how you get to that next elite level. When you begin to be impactful, even without scoring, it's good for him to score, no doubt about it. But when you begin to make the right plays, playing players at the right time, with the assist, sometimes you can even be the person who made that who made the third pass, in the leading up to an assist, not even the first pass, but that made that third pass leading up to another pass that led to another pass, which turned out to be an assist for a goal. So that's what I think Cole Palmer should learn from an athletic great, a basketball great, like LeBron James, King James, as they call him. So let me know your thoughts and opinions on this on Cole Palmer. Do you think he really needs to improve on anything? Do you think he's perfect? Do you think there's things he needs to improve in his game? Do you think he should begin to play better with his teammates? Let me know what your thoughts and opinions are. So subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you're notified each time I go live on the channel. So at this point, I want to say, do have a splendid rest of your day. Stay well and stay blessed. Bye bye.